Podcast City Network.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 40 of Fixed Edge, Mike Allstott edition.
Number 40, huh?
Oh yeah, number 40, a big milestone, man.
You seem like you kept me here for a few years. It's only 40?
Only 40, man. But we do have a lot of great games to cover today. But before we do that, you definitely got to make sure to check us out on social media at Fixed Edge on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go on there and smash those likes, subscribe, share, invite, rate buttons, and do all the sundry things that come with that. We'd really appreciate the support. And, of course, you can always subscribe to Fixed Edge on YouTube as well by searching Fixed Edge Investing. So definitely make sure to do that as well. But last week recap, you didn't do too bad, man. 2-1.
I like the 3-0. We went into overtime there. Tennessee blew it in overtime. I mean, they were missing wide open layups. So still a good week, profitable. As far as what we've given you on the show, I think we're like 9 out of the last 10 or so with those few money lines there. And that weekend we swept. So he's got some more games in store for me to break down. But remember, you can always shoot us a DM for everything else we are playing besides the one he tests my knowledge with. So we're here to help, more so than everybody else is kind of trying to sell you something. We're on the other end of this. Seems like nowadays everybody does podcasts. Everybody's a sports gambler making millions of dollars. I mean, man, the book's got to be hurting, huh?
Oh yeah, you gotta imagine that they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think there's like 100,000 on Twitter alone that are, doing this for a living and making millions of dollars. I mean, they hit all kinds of parlays and buying islands and everything else out there. So, it's a lot of good stuff out there, man. I mean, I just don't know who I want to pay first.
Right.
No, wrong.
Exactly.
You guys, please don't buy into any of that hype, man. If you're seeing this stuff over and over, Vegas invites you to go there. Vegas, so, you go gamble enough. You got a free big room over there. They're in it for the money, man. This is a business. So don't get trapped by believing people that are lying so they can create a business out of this business. And that's kind of what people are doing. They just lie to the general public, and they get them paying. And, guys, just don't do that. We're here to help for free. So anything we can do to help or be a knowledge of, shoot us a DM or whatever. Website will be back up soon. But yeah, let's look forward to having another great week, and I'm ready to hammer your picks, my man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff. But before we get to the games, you definitely make sure to check out all of our content platforms, because outside of YouTube, we also have a lot of audio offerings on PlayerFM, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. So go on to any of those platforms, search Fixed Edge, and hit those subscribe and follow buttons. That way you can get the latest episode every time one drops from our live episode. So you can find all this as well at podcastcity.net/FixedEdge, the hub of Fixed Edge. We can find all the social media, all the content platforms, latest episodes, everything. So,
you need to show me how I can listen to it on here.
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah, I'd like to be a member.
Oh, yeah, I definitely can show you.
Yeah,
but
I want to hear the picks.
Oh, man, let's get some picks. We got game one. New York Rangers taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado favored in this one. Game 9 p.m. on ESPN Plus and Hulu, so definitely make sure to check it out. But what do you think about this game?
Man, I hate the 2-1 price, guys. It's hard to put that in a system. 2-1 is just as steep, but man, I don't know how many the Avalanche have won in a row, but they are hot. The Rangers aren't too shabby themselves. They actually have a little better record than the Avalanche. So some people might think the 2-1 is a gift here, taking a team with a better record. And you're doing it to me.
I try to give you some hard ones.
But I think the Avalanche are winning it all this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and I thought that for the last couple of weeks here, about a week or so. I think they're 2-1 here over the Rangers because they're just that much better. And I think they're going to win, a 5-3 game. I mean, they just put them in there, goal after goal after goal. So, 5-3, 6-4, maybe even the Rangers get 5-4.
And the big thing, too, we saw the last time they played was only 3 games ago with Colorado winning 7-3 as part of a 4-game winning streak right now.
So look, I was close to the score and didn't even pay attention.
See, look at you.
I don't pay much attention, guys. I just try to find a few games and get a little lucky, roll those dice and be like, who we got, you know? Mm-hmm. That's it. And then try to sell it to the people, right? That's what you got to do.
That's right.
Man, that's how they're making it today. You're like, oh, let me give Tommy next show we do after we get off with these guys, we'll do that next show and we'll give everybody the Rangers, right? And then someone's going to be happy and tuning into the next episode.
This guy, listen to him. But that was our first game. Definitely make sure to check it out again, 9 p.m. on ESPN Plus and Hulu. It's going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be wrong by putting the Rangers in your system, but for credibility, I just think the Avalanche are that good. But, you know, in the system, you can go either way here. I definitely wouldn't be upset if you take those plus 180 odds on the Rangers. And I think last time I said this was the week when we lost one. I said you wouldn't be wrong by taking the underdog, and I think it ended up coming through. So,
yeah,
you know, it can go both ways, guys. And the system is obviously the key. You know, a money management system, which we have several at FixedEdge. That's what we're doing here differently than everybody else. You know, everybody else is giving you a game and telling you how much to get it and what's a max play and how many units are you getting on a game and so forth and so on. Kind of trying to look like high rollers. You know, here we're the opposite. We're trying to teach you how to money management your bankroll, whether your bankroll is 2,000 or 200,000. You know, we got some kind of system for you. So that's what we're about. And guess what, guys? It's free. You just shoot us a DM, and we'll help you for free. So, you know, follow. We're on all social media platforms, or I shouldn't say all, but majority of them. But mostly active in Twitter. So you can find us there. Shoot us a message. Let us help you. Let us fix your old way and give you that new edge, man. That's what Fixed Edge is about.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. But you also need to make sure to check out the Podcast City Network shop, because whether it's a neck gaiter to protect you from COVID-19, a mug for your morning coffee, or a t-shirt just to look cool, we got you covered. Get the latest apparel and gear for your favorite podcast and Podcast City Network by going to podcastcity.net/shop and checking out the lineup. But that does bring us to our second game I'm going to throw at you. The Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Memphis Tigers in men's basketball. Alabama on a 4-game winning streak right now, including a win over Gonzaga. But Memphis,
and
man.
Houston. And Memphis is
Yeah,
dropped.
you can't forget Houston either.
I think Memphis has dropped 4 in a row, or at least 3.
Yeah, they've dropped 4 in a row.
Right, so they started off 5-0. Well, I know what everybody else is thinking. Right? It's like it's an easy game for Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
What? They just beat Gonzaga and then Houston, and now they play Memphis, who's looking as bad as ever. Give me Bama, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that easy. If it was that easy, all these guys that say they're rich would be rich. You know? So, got to take Memphis here at home. Take them plus the points, you know, buy the little hook there, 4.5. It's some places now it's down to 3.5, so you might want to jump on that soon. But, sprinkle a little on that money line, too, because they're going to win outright.
Oh, man.
They're upsetting them today. Sprinkle a little on the money line and get on that spread. And whatever you do on the spread, do half on the money line. That way, if they cover that spread, you're still profiting from the game. And put both of those in the system and expect a Tigers upset tonight.
Oh, man. That would be absolutely crazy.
Imani Bates is good. His average isn't that high, but he's a solid player. And I know Bama, Shackelford, he's high average, like almost 20 a game, you know, 19, 20 a game. But Memphis is a lot better than this 5-4 record shows. If they can kill that turnovers, stop with the turnovers and all that, it's going to be a tough game for Bama.
Absolutely. And definitely will be an interesting one. Definitely make sure to check it out. 9 p.m. on ESPN. So definitely make sure to go check that one out. We also need to check out Podcast City Network, because Fixed Edge is a proud member of Podcast City Network, and it's 20-plus independent podcast members across all genres of podcasting, including the newest show, Mindful Sexuality, that has now debuted on Podcast City Network. Welcome to the network. But you can also find Podcast City Network on all major social media platforms on Facebook.com/Podcast City Network, on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast City Net, on YouTube by searching Podcast City Network, and on their website, podcastcity.net. Be creative, be independent, be yourself. Podcast City Network.
I'm always myself.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, because I don't give a damn.
Let's see how you do, though, with Game 3. Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina in the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl. Definitely figures to be an interesting matchup here. What do you think about this game?
Well, Where are they playing it at?
This game, the Cure Bowl, actually takes place. Give me a moment.
Mikhail, is he a senior now or is he a junior? He's been a
This is in Orlando.
In Orlando.
Yeah, so I thought.
So we don't know what the weather's like. You know, it could be raining, could be hot, could be cold. Only in Florida where at any given day you can get anything but snow.
Uh-huh.
You know. Well, Northern Illinois has turned it around towards the end of the season here. Mm-hmm. Had a decent season. Coastal Carolina, since McCall's been there, McCall, however you say it, since he's been there, he's put him on the map. I remember they knocked off Kansas a couple years ago. I want to say he's a junior or senior, but he's a player. Probably will go pro. I don't know if he'll ever play pro. Might be a backup. Might be Arena League. But definitely a player. But Lombardi is not bad himself for Northern Illinois. So, it should be interesting. I hate it. And mostly when we go, some of these games you throw, you put me in a bad spot. But what we're going to do here is something different because most of the bowl games, we take underdogs. That's just how it goes. Like Oklahoma State's probably going to beat Notre Dame. Just kind of how these things work itself out.
Especially since Notre Dame's not going to have their All-American running back or safety. So.
Oh, didn't even know that. So the line's
NFL draft.
When did that notice come out?
Just a couple days ago.
So that line's probably ballooning. But here, this is an interesting one. We are going to have to go with Coastal Carolina. I think they just have too much for Northern Illinois. I hate to do it because I just like to take the dog, and those are some good points there. Buy it down to 9.5. So if they win by 10, you're still making money there. Money line's probably too steep. But we got to take the better team here. And there was some steam movement there that took this line up to a 10.5 from about an 8. So, that was opening line that they gave out to some of the sharp guys. Not the guys that are selling you plays, I promise you. Those guys are sitting in an office not sharing their information like me. But it was bought up. Some sharp movement there. So that being said, normally we ride the underdogs on bowl games, but this one we're going to have to buy a point, take it down to 9.5, and we're going to have to foul McCall and those Coastal Carolinas to get it done in their bowl game and finish out a great season. And I think, and especially if he's a senior, which junior, senior is close, but that's even more so, right? He's got to go out with a bang.
Oh, yeah, he definitely has to go out with a bang. You got to make a statement win. And he's a sophomore.
Whew. He might be going next year, though.
He might.
Yeah. But anyway, so 2 more years left. I thought junior, so wow. So sophomore means he must have – that was last year when I was watching him. I thought he's been 2 years in the league at least. But
yeah, with how he plays, I mean,
he
look
made
at
a name
him.
for himself. And we're going to back him, right? We're going to back him. We're going to go 9.5 Coastal Carolina. And, don't forget the Memphis Tigers. We're going to sprinkle a little on that money line there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take the 4.5 with them and then the Avalanche tonight as well. So those are 3 good tips. We got some other stuff really brewing here for tonight and for the bowl game slate. And guess what? You shoot us a DM like the rest of the people that have been, and everything is yours for free. There's no scams. There's no get in there and we're going to get you. Like eventually you'll be paying for some kind of membership to a community once the site and the app and everything's fully back up functioning. But until then, there's no hidden punchlines and none of that, right? Real transparent numbers. When we win, you see. When we lose, you see. We don't hype you up. We don't tell you to put your firstborn, on the next game. We just keep it moving. This is no get rich quick, though. So if that's what you're looking for, or you're looking for a pick tonight to, drop half your bankroll, your whole bankroll on, don't even waste your time. If you're just going to lie just so you can get the play, great. But eventually you're going to be out of bullets, So because as much as you can go 7-0, it's the same as you can drop 5 in a row. So system is a key. I can't preach that over and over. Like you don't even need anybody's picks. You can even use your own if that's what you want to do. But you got to put it in the system. So that's where, we differ. That's where we stand out. And we've set up several hundred people in the FixedEdge system. We got a grid system. We got a 5-game series. We got all kinds of stuff. We got more than that. We got no runs, yes runs. When baseball comes back around, just a lot of great systems, but money management is the key. So let us help you. Like I always say, let us fix your old way and give you the new edge. Your old way is that gambling, and the new edge is when you're with FixedEdge. You got some system wrap all this around and to make an understanding. And then you got us and the team, and we're global now. So we're out of the country. We're working with other people. And, you know, you got that connection. You can DM us. You can email us. And, you know, you got questions. Hey, I'm trying to do this. Or, hey, this doesn't make sense. Or, what did you mean by this? Or, what is a teaser? Or, what is this parlay? You know, and the odds and so forth. Or you want to know about a Steam movement, or, you know, why is everybody betting this in the general public, and on and on and on, right? Because that's what we do here. We feed you real, transparent information, and then we face you, and, you know, we answer questions and we back it up, you know, like I say. And we do this all for $0 right now.
That's right.
$0, right?
That's
right.
right.
I promised everybody until the website was back up from being hacked, everything was on me, and I stand by it. You know, that's what real people do. So again, I hope you're not wasting money. I get horror stories about, oh, do you know such and such on Twitter? And I'm like, who? I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, he promised me if I won or if I lost, he'd give me half my losses back, and we'll split the winnings. And I've heard story after story, guys. So there's 100,000, maybe 200,000 out there now trying to sell picks and their cards. Like, it's crazy. I don't know most of them. I get a good laugh out of a lot of them. But guys, think about it. You're paying some other guy behind his keyboard, and you don't even know what he looks like. It might be a 16-year-old kid just making a hustle for his $5 weekend card. Yep. So stop paying, guys. If you need picks that bad, just DM us, and I'll just give you picks for free. But let me show you how our system works. Let me get you set up, and I promise, if you trust us as far as a system, you'll never look back at your old ways. Like, that's what we're about. Stop gambling, start investing, and if you can't invest and you can only gamble, just stop gambling. You know, we got a big give back thing that's coming as well once we're up and going. So we want to give back to a lot that are suffering, because there's nothing out there for a gambler to call, or he needs help with this or that. They just kind of wipe it under the rug, you know. So I get it. Been there, done that. You can listen to S Money's story on episode 32 or somewhere in that area, 33. And you can check out the story there. I lived it with you guys, right? And 5.5 years now, or actually 6, we're getting ready to clear. I've been doing this thing called investing, man, and it pays the bills and some, I guess, a little bit. I get to coach for free and kind of do whatever I want to do. So, you know, not multi-millionaire, but definitely comfortable. I don't sit and lie like most people behind the camera, but let us get you in this system, and let us show you how it's done, because that's the key, guys. A system is key. If you don't have a system, you're going to ride this roller coaster for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. So definitely make sure to put it into a system. Be smart about what you're doing. Don't just be a degenerate gambler. Pretty straightforward, honestly.
Got to keep it real. But tonight, we got you those winners. So jump on at Memphis with the spread. Sprinkle a little bit on that money line, the Avalanche, and then 9.5 with Coastal Carolina on Friday in that bowl game. And we will, bless you, sir, but we are going to sweep this one.
I think
3-0,
so.
I might say 4-0, because we were going to get the money line. That's why he's sneezing. We're going to hit that money line tonight, too. See, I sprinkle a little bit of that magic, and he sneezes, and the game wins.
Poof.
Go Tigers.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check back episode 41 next week and see how we did. I think it's going to be a sweep, sir.
They know how we did. That's why they keep tuning in.
That's true story right there. But till next time, I'm Chris.
That's money, guys. We'll see you around.
Y'all have a great night.
Podcast City Network.